Hey, what's going on YouTube? Steve again with Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. Hope everyone's having a terrific day today. My day's going really well. Been busy with eBay listings, Amazon, had a few Craigslist deals, and actually spent the last few hours working on the new clothing guide that I'm going to be releasing, hopefully within the next week or two. And if you're not aware, it's going to be pretty much a guide, an ebook in digital download form that's going to go over 100 killer clothing brands, men's clothing brands that sell well on eBay. And not only is it going to be a list of 100 brands, but it's going to show a picture, give you an estimated value of the different items in the brand, give you a level of risk involved and how difficult it is to find it. And also I'm going to put like a little rake and jackpot, which is pretty much going to let you know if you find a certain item in a brand, you're going to make killer profits. So been really working hard on the ebook and just with other things. But at any rate, in today's video, I want to answer a really interesting viewer question that I received on my Facebook. And I think this is going to help a lot of people. So the question was, Steve, I sold a Robert Graham blazer on eBay for 80 bucks. And when I went to go ship it out beforehand, the buyer emailed me and said, listen, my sister actually is going to be the one receiving the jacket, something like that. Can you send the item to a different address? And my buddy, he was just curious if he should do that. Is he going to be protected? And what are the risks involved with shipping to a different address? So he was pretty much asking for my advice. And first off, that's a great question. And I'm going to answer as best as I could, but I'm also going to put the question out for everybody who's watching the video because I might not have the best solution and there might be better ways about it, but let me give my 2 cents. So from what I realize or from what I know, if you ship to a different address that's not on the PayPal checkout part when you go to ship it out, you're not protected by eBay. And that's my understanding. I think that you might have some protection if you write it through the email, through the eBay system, because let's just say you ship it to a different address and the tracking says it was shipped and everything. And then if the buyer tries to say that they don't get it, you and eBay could probably look through the inbox and see that they wanted you to ship it to another place and you might be protected. But again, from my understanding, if they want you to ship it to another place, the best thing to do, especially if it's like a higher end item that's going for like 50, 60 bucks or more, or maybe if the buyer doesn't have a lot of feedback, what you could do is you could tell the buyer, listen, I'm going to refund your money back and I'm going to have you rebuy the item. And before you pay, make sure you change the address that you want it to ship to in the PayPal checkout section. So that's a solution that I would probably use or something I would do if I was in your situation. Again, there's also been other situations where I've just shipped it out to another address because maybe one, the buyer had bought from me in the past. I knew they were a decent person, or two, they have a lot of feedback, or three, maybe it's just like a $10 or $15 item and the odds of somebody scamming you for that low priced item is probably pretty rare. It's probably not going to happen. So that's what I would do if it's super expensive. If the buyer doesn't have a lot of feedback and you're just not feeling good about it, your intuition's saying don't do it, just refund the money and have them use the correct address. And one more thing I want to say is the risk involved with doing this is the buyer might not buy the item back again. Anytime you refund the money and they have to go through checkout again, there's always a chance they're just going to say hell with it. So those are the risks involved. Just do what you think's right. You know, the buyer really should be putting in the right address because you as a seller, you deserve to be protected out there. You know the world we live in today. You know, most people are good people, but every once in a while, someone's going to try to scam you. So it's always good to have that added protection. But at any rate, hopefully they answered the question. Again, I want to open up the floor for anybody else who's watching. What do you do in this situation when the buyer wants to switch the address that's in the PayPal checkout? What would you do? What's the best solution? So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and hopefully everyone has a terrific day. I'll talk to you later.